Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, the sunflower. It seems simple, right? Big, yellow, faces the sun.
But there's so much more going on under the surface. It's this amazing blend of biology, math, even engineering.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack that. We've got the sources, and we want to reveal this hidden genius, how it connects maths, tracking the sky, and even space science.
That's the plan. We'll look at its internal clock, the incredible geometry in its head, and its history and how it even helps us clean up the environment.
Okay, let's jump in. Heliotropism, that's the fancy word for tracking the sun. Most people just assume it, physically turns towards the light.
Right, but it's more sophisticated. Research, particularly from UC Davis, shows young sunflowers don't just react, they anticipate the sun. It's run by an internal circadian clock, like ours.
An internal clock, so it knows sunrise is coming.
Pretty much. It's genetically programmed. So overnight, it doesn't just sit there. It slowly turns its head back to the east, using differential growth in the stem.
Wow. So it's ready and waiting at dawn.
Exactly. Gets a head start on photosynthesis. But then, interestingly, when the sunflower matures, that clock kind of tells it to stop moving.
It stops tracking. Why?
It locks facing east. The thinking is this warms the flower head up faster in the morning, which attracts more pollinators when they first become active, more efficient for reproduction.
Okay, that's fascinating. Efficiency seems key, which I guess leads us to the next point, the structure itself. What looks like one big flower isn't right.
Not at all. It's actually a composite flower head made up of thousands of tiny individual flowers called florets. The big yellow petals, the ray florets, they're just for show, basically. Advertising.
Just attracting the bees and birds, so the real action is in the center.
Absolutely. That dense center is where the seed-producing disc florets are and how they're arranged. Well, that's where the mathematical perfection comes in.
Ah, okay. I think I know where this is going. This is the Fibonacci sequence connection, isn't it?
Bingo. If you look closely at the seed pattern, you'll see spirals swirling out from the center. There are two sets, one going clockwise, the other counterclockwise.
And the number of spirals in each direction.
They're almost always adjacent numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. Like 34 spirals one way, 55 the other, or 55 and 89. It's incredibly consistent.
But is there a reason for that? Or is it just one of nature's cool patterns?
Oh, it's absolutely functional. This arrangement, based on the golden angle, which is related to Fibonacci, is mathematically the most efficient way to pack the maximum number of seeds into that circular space with minimal gaps.
Maximum efficiency again. So it's not just beautiful, it's practical.
Highly practical. And engineers have noticed. They study this pattern for things like designing more efficient solar panel arrays or antenna layouts.
Wait, the sources mentioned NASA too, using sunflower math for space.
Yeah, it's kind of wild because the Fibonacci spiral ensures such uniform distribution. The geometry had influenced the design of arrays for some space telescopes. Better packing, better structural integrity, clearer images of distant stars.
Amazing. A garden flower helping us see the universe. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Back down to Earth and back in time. The history is pretty deep too, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Sunflowers were cultivated by Native American tribes way back, like 3000 BCE. That's actually before they domesticated corn or beans.
Wow. Before corn, what did they use them for?
Everything. Food, obviously the seeds, oil for cooking, and maybe lamps. They used parts for medicine, even made dyes from it. For some cultures, like the Aztecs, it was sacred, a symbol of the sun god. Priests wore sunflower crowns.
A powerful symbol then. And that power, that symbolism, it seems to carry through to modern times, but in a different way, like healing.
Exactly. Beyond just food and symbolism, it became this incredible symbol of hope and, actual environmental healing after the Chernobyl disaster.
Right. They planted them there, didn't they, to clean up?
They did. Thousands of them. It's called phytoremediation. Sunflower roots are remarkably good at absorbing contaminants from the soil, including nasty stuff like heavy metals and radioactive isotopes like cesium-137.
So the flower literally pulls the radiation out of the ground.
Essentially, yes. It absorbs it and stores it in its biomass. They've also been used to help purify water contaminated with things like lead or uranium. It's a natural cleaner.
That's incredible. So it's not just a crop anymore, it's potentially a tool for environmental recovery.
For sure. And add to that, people are seriously looking into sunflower seeds for biofuel. Plus, there's even research into what they call sunflower robotics, designing things like solar panels that can orient themselves towards the sun, mimicking heliotropism.
So when you put it all together, It's a mathematician, an engineer, a healer. It just, wow.
It really shows how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? The same mathematical principle that maximizes seed count helps us build better telescopes. It's all linked.
So, maybe a final thought for you listening? Next time you see a sunflower, think about all that hidden genius. But also, think about its symbolism. Van Gogh painted them over and over, often when he was struggling.
Yeah, they were like symbols of hope, of life, even in despair.
Exactly. That constant turning towards the light. Maybe it's not just biological programming. Maybe it's a reminder for us to keep seeking the light, to endure its survival and hope, all in one flower.